the NFL on E. Are you ready for some football? It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Minnesota Vikings, and it's coming up next.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, two NFC clubs going head-to-head, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Minnesota Vikings. From up top next to Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, folks, we were already excited for this game. And then before the contest, you and I are down on the field outside the white lines.
Yes, we were following the rules.
We were following the rules, and a ball comes over our direction, but we can't see it. Somebody yells heads up, and instinctively you turn around and you snare it one-handed with your off left hand. So now we're really ready for football.
No gloves either.
No gloves.
No gloves. Not like what the guys are wearing playing the game now. But wasn't that a whole lot better than that time we were down there? And I got the coffee spilled on me when I got nailed by the punt returner.
That happened to the Vikings, right?
Yes, a much better job of being heads up this time. Thank you for the notice.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Under center for the Vikings, out comes the former Michigan State Spartan and longtime veteran Kirk Cousins.
Not bad for a fourth-round draft pick. Well over 100 career starts now. And the chemistry with his top targets, really on point. They spend a lot of time in practice and after practice making sure the routes are run well, and he knows exactly where they're going to be on the field. And when they get open, he delivers.
And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
No doubt about it, really not. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now a good job shifting right, finding his target. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. They'll go Madison up the middle. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Cousins. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to pick up the Vikings first down. It'll wind up being a gain of 5 there on 4th and 2. Running from the shotgun with Madison. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on third down. They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
To throw, Cousins. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
Well, they're not hiding who their central focus is on offense. Charles, he already now has 4 receptions here on this opening drive.
And I know people who are watching the game are thinking, did they forget about him in the defensive game?
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Cam Akers. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are on the board first here this afternoon.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Boston Scott on the return from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw.
He's going to float this one deep right side.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Harrison Smith.
Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. That ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown, they got the stop, and now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
A throw over the middle, taken in. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And it'll be 2nd down.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Here's Cousins. Forced out to his left. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he works through. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 36. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down.
Give that sack to Nakobe Dean.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Looking to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now they go for it on fourth down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. Zacchaeus here hauling it in. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The 26 big yards on that one. It's another 1st down. Swift going to try up the middle. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. It's complete to Brown, right side. Just a gain of a couple there. 3rd and 7 now.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break out.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? Goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
Here's Madison running on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. To throw is Cousins. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, they run with Madison. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Cousins to throw it. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Throwing, Cousins. They'll get this underneath to Madison. And he will have the Vikings 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Steps away.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
Cousins.
They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. The field's pretty condensed. But that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a first down.
His pass caught at the 4. Touchdown, Vikings!
Kirk Cousins on the connection to Justin Jefferson. And the Vikings are able to stretch out their lead. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Joseph connects on the extra point.
And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the 1st quarter.
After one, a 14-3 ball game. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Hurts.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
Now back to throw.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Throwing is Hurts.
Shakes off the sack. Completes Ezekiel. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talk about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away.
On second down, Swift.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
DeAndre Swift
taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Eagles have cut it back within a score.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. There's a glimpse of the Vikings return back here on offense.
He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up the first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage. And that throw had no shot.
Cousins, and the throw here caught by Addison. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Cousins on 3rd and 2.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted.
Picked by Kevin Byard. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Hurts sets up to throw it.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he skirts free, you got someone to tackle.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Back to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 14.
A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. He'll drop to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Eagles.
Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown.
And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now 17-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
We saw it too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
Cousins now on 2nd down. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down.
Well, Fletcher Cox, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and another sack to his ledger there.
Here we go.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Oh, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
It's caught inside the 25. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
I'll tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. 4th down, this is taking a big risk. But it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a first down, but a big play as well.
The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's Cousins.
Complete to Addison on the out route.
So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
Madison diving for the end zone. He is in. Touchdown. So part of it was a passing game that drove him down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took him home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Joseph connects on the extra point,
and that will make this a 4-point game.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Eagles offense with Jalen Hurts at the controls, ready for their next possession. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Bulldozes past him. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
Inside the 20 before he's brought down. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's Hurts to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Mekhi Blackman's got it. And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Up at the 29 now, they'll head. Now Cousins. And this one is incomplete. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
And this will be a Vikings first down as they take this up to the 38-yard line. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd down, Cousins. Hard throw, incomplete.
Good work there to force the incompletion and 4th down. Normally, it'd be a quick change for the punt return unit, but this offense has converted twice on 4th down so far, so you may want to double-check things there and make sure they're actually going to kick the football.
That is caught, and he's brought down. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here.
He has his target. It's Addison.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. Throwing is Cousins.
And this one too low.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
On 2nd down, this is Madison. Down to the 25. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Cousins.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson.
A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Vikings will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Joseph now to have the PAT. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. That drive a long one, spanning 15 plays.
And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Scott on the return, out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, back to you guys in just a moment, but welcome everyone to our Creative Village studios in the EA Sports Halftime Report. The Vikings got a solid performance in that first half from their veteran signal caller, Kirk Cousins. He fired his guys into the lead with 2 first-half touchdown passes as they were looking like a well-oiled machine in the first half of play.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter.
And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half. So make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps. But above all, play your game.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
They go play action with Hurts.
Smith catches left side. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Hurts. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Gainwell. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Here now, 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Hurts. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. And Devontae going to pick up the Eagles' first down as he'll take this down to the 44-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Hurts sets up to throw it. He's got Brown on the out route complete. Gets through, and now an opening. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles are back within a score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in with the podcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series. He's been almost impossible to bottle up. You see that number 10 on your screen, a big reason why they have the lead.
One of the guys that's being featured in this game and making sure that he's targeted because they do trust him with the ball. That's why they go back to him time and time again.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Cousins. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Now a give to Madison. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. Complete. Jefferson the target. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Now Cousins. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to pick up the Vikings first down as they take advantage of what looked like an unsure defense. They wind up getting 8 on 4th and 3. On the handoff, it's Madison. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. That's caught downfield by Addison. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. To throw, Cousins. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Jalen Carter able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. On play action, Cousins. Under pressure, they got him again. That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick. 4th down, field goal try coming, so Cousins is off, and on comes Greg Joseph for Minnesota. The kick by Joseph is good, and that'll push the lead up to 8. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Joseph now to kick this one away. Scott on the return out of the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return setup here.
It's the 3rd quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with his
sarcasm, but I love even more your observation, because look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Throwing is Hurts. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The linebacker Jordan Hicks flying in there for the sack. But you could almost see his eyes light up defensively. I mean, as a linebacker, that's about as quick as you can get to a quarterback.
So what did your 3rd grade teacher teach you about straight lines, right? As soon as you have those, you take full advantage of them. He found a gap in the offensive line, got to the quarterback, and put him on the deck.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
Hurts. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. And connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. The kick by Elliott is good, and that'll get the lead down to 5. So give him 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say, we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. There's a glimpse of Justin Jefferson, the wide receiver, as he and the Minnesota Vikings return back here on offense.
Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting him, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Second down, Cousins. They've got his man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
In motion right is Osborne. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. Reed Blankenship delivering the hit.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think that's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw pulled in by Jefferson.
18 yards there, down to the 18 and a first down. From the red zone now, Cousins. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Cam Akers
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Vikings are able to widen their advantage. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
From the gun, here's Swift.
Fights through and now a crease.
Still on his feet. 70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
He had been held in check. Now he breaks that big run. Shows the explosiveness we all knew was there.
All right, tell the truth now. You knew it was just a matter of time, didn't you? We've seen this so many times from him. Hold him down, and then breaks out.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis.
Line of scrimmage, the 9, 2nd and about a yard.
It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Here's Hurts to throw. And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Okay, so thought they might go for it here, down late. Instead, they trot out the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Elliott is good, and that lead is back down to 9 now. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Jordan Addison in the offense out for another drive.
He's north of 150 yards in this game. He's been doing his thing, hasn't he?
That he has, and he's been enjoying himself. And it's the type of game that you get locked into a pretty good groove. May not be record-shattering, but it's the type of game that if you accumulate that throughout a season, you can be one of the top receivers in the game.
See how much they incorporate him here on this drive.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Cousins to throw it. This one caught by Osborne, right side.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings.
Here's Cousins. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Avonte Maddox.
And the Eagles are right back in this football game.
2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll set up to throw.
He'll find Swift out of the backfield.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, he will hold on to the football.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up the 4th down. Gotta try it here. He's back to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down. No problem there. They get the first by plenty on 4th and inches. Hurts.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
2nd and 10.
They'll set up a throw. And he's taken down inside the 30. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Sheldon Day able to get him for a loss of about 3.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here.
He's going to get that to Swift underneath.
And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 18. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Goddard. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Byington, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Marcus Davenport picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. On 3rd down, here comes Swift.
And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that'll move them back within 6 now. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he takes this near the 20. Call it the 26. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Addison hauls it in. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll run with Madison. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 104 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Throwing, Cousins. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here's Madison, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, Cousins. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard stripe. Joseph's got it, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
And able to get this out to the 25. And out now come the Eagles. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And this one will be brought back to the 22. But here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams going to the prevent early, way too early. And sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
Here we go. Bring the energy.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook, And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs, even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
Jalen Carter getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon.
Here we go, 48.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone.
Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Throwing is Hurts.
Zacchaeus here hauling it in. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
You need your best play here, no doubt. 4th down and 8.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by a Caleb Evans.
And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he can do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Cousins now on 2nd down.
Middle of the field to Jefferson.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
And Jefferson's going to have the Vikings first down as he'll get this down to the 30-yard line.
Cousins here to throw.
Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson.
Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Alexander Madison, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots and going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future.
Hurts fumbles it.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. It could have been trouble. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
From the gun, it's Hurts. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. They're going to hurry back to the line now. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. On first down, Hurts. One last shot at the end zone. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked by Cameron Bynum. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ballgame.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get